Hey there, Springer here, and today I would like to discuss the Raser from Gunprimer. It is a tempered glass file targeted at the removal of leftover gates or nubs on the plastic model. I bought this set for myself back in October of 2019 when I was working on building out my toolkit. Getting that clean finish is crucial, especially when just snap building, but if you're painting your kits, it can also help improve your workflow overall. I've been using this for about a year straight, and I can for sure say this works. The Raser on its own is $25 US or $45 US as part of this full set, including the balancer sanding sponge, which helps bring back a nice matte finish on one side. Mine has been very used, as you can see, or the other side, which is used for bringing it to a nice gloss finish. The set also includes the recover cloths, which can be used to finish the polish after you do any sort of sanding. At first glance, $25 sounds like a lot, and you would be right. Comparisons are made between this product and much cheaper nail buffers, though oftentimes those will require much more effort to get the job done. Good tools are worth their price, and sticker shock can always be an issue when you don't consider the time saved and other materials saved in this one-time transaction. What you pay for is not specifically just the material product itself, but also the knowledge that went into determining that this particular grit will do the job you need to get done. The cost of this file is about 1 to 2 high-grade kits, and you don't have to replace it as it is quite durable and easy to clean. For me, this tool has been more than worth the cost. I can be a bit heavy-handed when it comes to sanding, and the grit on it is fine enough to make quick work of nubs, but not gouge the plastic itself. For comparison, in this video, I bought a cheaper alternative through Amazon, costing about $8 US. I wouldn't consider this anywhere near an exhaustive test, as I would have to get several different kinds of glass files to compare against this across the board. This file is built for working on fingernails and has a super fine grit. I can already feel it is way more abrasive than the Raser itself. For my test, I have leftover Zaku parts and want to do a head-to-head comparison and see how it pans out. Here you can see the already finished version compared to the unclipped foot piece just off the runner. I will cut each of them and give them a good polishing with the balancer because, to be honest, that product alone is really worth it. You can see the nubs are barely visible. So we're going to take the single bladed cutters. Mine are from USA Gundam. I would recommend getting a pair of single bladed cutters as it can greatly increase your snap building workflow. So we're going to cut a bit off, and using the Raser, we're going to file it away. Here I'm just being careful not to push too hard, going in a couple different directions. Here you can see that after I'm done filing it down with the Raser, that it is actually quite clean on its own. And we take the sanding sponge just to give it a nice buff, bring it back to the original finish. And I'm just going to give it a little bit more file, make sure it's all nice and clean. For good comparison's sake, we will do the exact same, but with the cheap file. Take the cutters, clip off any excess nub, trying to not scar the plastic. The file makes very short work of the plastic. It also has managed to take off a little bit more, as it was significantly more abrasive than the Raser. So let's try to fix that, shall we? Let's try to use the balancer and bring it back. Maybe that'll work. It's kind of there, but you can still see the scarring. It definitely has made a difference in the surface of the plastic. We can always use the Raser to clean it back up. Just gonna file away around the edge, just even it out. It doesn't look so bad. And take the balancer back to it. And all clean. Look at that. Wouldn't even have known that I took a nice chunk out of it. Just for comparison's sake, again, we're gonna clip off the back, take the Raser to it, and we're gonna use it on a more curved surface this time. We're gonna polish this back up so it has the nice finish the other parts of the foot have. Like I said, cleaning it, definitely important. I like to take a toothbrush, just give it a nice, good brushing, and get the dust off there, and it's good. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the two files. The Raser is a bit thicker. It definitely feels much sturdier in comparison to the cheaper file. While the cheaper file did make much shorter work in comparison to the Gunprimer Raser, the downside is that more sanding will be required in order to clean up the surface. That is the one major benefit I've found with the Raser. In my opinion, it is perfect for snap building because you don't want to have to spend a lot of additional time cleaning up surfaces if you have no intention of painting it. But it also works really great for painting as well because, once again, you don't want to have to spend additional time doing any sanding if it's unnecessary. This tool is definitely worth it in my book. It's something I've already recommended to plenty of other builders, and I'm glad to be able to recommend it here as well. Well, there you have it. This was my Raser comparison video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.